The most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin aka MMAnomaly, Emiliano aka Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip aka Pip's Piano Tips.
Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I forgot we were going live today. I'm just going to bite the bullet right out the start. That's why we're a little bit late. That's why you didn't get the notification. If you're here, I sure am happy you showed up. We are here to break down UFC Vegas 118 at the world-famous Metapex Arena. I mean, this is probably the best arena outside of the Intuit Dome in the world. No, all jokes aside, it should be a banger of a card. We actually have some decent fights this weekend, which feels like a blessing, right? Like we have the White House card coming up. Typically when we get an International Fight Week, a White House card, we don't really get good cards or sometimes cards at all the week before or the week after. So I'm happy to be here breaking down these fights with the boys. I feel like it is going to be a dog pile of an episode. And what I mean by that is the two men to my right are inevitably going to just be piling up on me with the picks. I think they're going to be picking against me all fucking episode. But that's okay. I digress. Before we jump into the picks, before we jump into the nitty gritty, how we doing, Nano?
My man, great to see you, MMAnomaly, and it's all good. I think that's the beautiful thing here is life is nothing but a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're gonna get, and for those of y'all that are here, you're gonna get a great episode, and I think we're gonna get a great fight card, man. I'm doing well. But I think this fight card is going to be great, man. Let me rephrase. My hype meter is looking at a 7.5 out of 10 on this card. I think it's going to be pretty solid. Some big names here at the top. And then as we work our way down, I'm sure we'll get off the rails a little bit and have a little bit more fun time with y'all. But Pip, my brother, long time no see, man. How we living today?
Oh, yeah, long time no see is right. But, yeah, we've got a banger card to talk about. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited for it. And I'm doing well. The week's going by well. It's kind of, relaxing, playing a little bit of catch up, which is always nice. But each day we're getting closer to Saturday, and it just feels like just more anticipation is coming. So I'm stoked, and I'm very curious to see how we line up today on picks because I feel like I might be a little out there. So I'm going to be pleasantly surprised if I got anybody here in the chat or on panel with us that actually agrees with me. But I'm excited. I'm excited.
Let's go.
It's wild that you say that. That actually might be the best, most reassuring thing you said all day, Pip. I got 4 dogs this week, so I think maybe we'll agree on at least 2 of those. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right on into it, folks. We have UFC Vegas 118 at the Metapex, as I said, and it's being headlined by a man who needs no introduction. That's right, folks. Remember the name, Belal Muhammad, or as Chael Sonnen likes to call him, Belal Muhammad, coming in against Gabriel Bonfim, aka the better Bonfim brother. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe he is the better Bonfim brother. Much higher ceiling, only 1 loss. I mean, this has fireworks written all over it, doesn't it, boys? I'm actually going to go ahead and pass it to Pip first. I feel like the man's been waiting an extra 38 minutes to be satiated. So take some of the meat off the bone, bro.
Yeah. I mean, for the welterweight main event, we've got Belal versus Bonfim. Bonfim is on a 4-fight winning streak right now. He definitely has the momentum, while Belal is now coming off back-to-back losses. I mean, Belal still has a decent chance here. His cardio is his biggest advantage. His grappling works best. If he gets his opponent against the cage, he's able to, chain double legs, body locks. He's got really good body kicks as well, and definitely does his best work when he's pressing forward, being the bully. And Bonfim he's a striker all day. He likes to fight at range, nasty leg kicks, which I do see giving Belal problems. And he has decent counters as well when he's in the pocket. He's pretty well-rounded. He does have a black belt in BJJ, and decent offensive grappling. But there's definitely some questions here. I mean, Bonfim has a solid guillotine. If Belal shoots sloppy, he can definitely capitalize on that. Belal is very heavy on that lead leg as well. I think the lead leg kick will cause an effect. And Belal is definitely going to need to be able to get past the footwork of Bonfim. But if Belal cannot back up Bonfim, it eliminates pretty much just the strongest elements to his game. But with that being said, I mean, Bonfim just has major cardio concerns for me. I mean, he got completely shut down by Nicholas Dolby. And he does tend to slow down as the fight goes on. And I believe this will be his first 5-round fight. And it'll be at the Apex as well. I think that definitely favors Belal in this matchup just because we have a smaller octagon here. But the experience and the cardio edge is really what makes me hesitant to pick Bonfim here. I think it's a competitive fight for, maybe the first 3, but 4 and 5, I think Belal just comes alive, breaks down Bonfim, gets him against the cage, changes the takedown, starts mixing in the bodywork and the clinch. I'm even going to say Belal gets the TKO finish in round 5. But Nano, how you feeling about this one?
Ooh, TKO round finish. TKO 5th round finish for Belal, you say, huh? Interesting, brother. Interesting. I love it, man. Great breakdown. And this is a great main event of the evening here. It is an Apex card, like you said. So the smaller octagon is something to consider. But these are 2 guys, man, that are, in my opinion, deserve to be at the top here. And interesting matchup, like I keep saying. And the reason why I keep saying that is we got 2 guys on different ends of the spectrum when it comes to their career, in my opinion. We're looking at a Belal Muhammad who we will remember the name, right? A previous champion in this division. And the reality is 37 years old. I don't love it. Don't necessarily love that, but we have seen a resurgence in guys pushing closer to that 40-ish age range. We're talking about that unk status. I'm looking at you, MMAnomaly. No, I'm just kidding. You're still a young man. Belal, stylistically, I think is going to pose a lot of threats.
I'm literally that age.
Hey, the shoe fits.
Like on the nose, bro.
I'm looking at you.
But I appreciate
as you can see,
you guys are both old to me.
Definitely, we are. We are old to everybody these days. And
one day you'll be able to grow facial hair, brother. I believe.
I wish I could have pulled a highlight reel little montage of your clips and how good your form is still at that beautiful age, ripe age of 37 years young. I think Belal also got it. All jokes aside, Gabriel Bonfim's gonna have a couple inches, but there's not a real reach advantage, and I don't think there's really a true skill advantage. Perhaps maybe from a jiu-jitsu standpoint, I think you could probably give Gabriel Bonfim the nod. But I think Belal just still is a dog, man. I think he's still durable. He still has the ability to go a 5 rounds. We've seen him be in an absolute war. He lost to Indian Gary, but I don't knock him for those losses against literally the cream of the crop. So I don't think Gabriel Bonfim is Timothy Chalamet. MMAnomaly. I mean, are we talking crazy here, brother? Bring us home. How you seeing this main event in this Apex Saturday night?
We're starting off with a banger for sure, boys. Belal Muhammad is the ultimate grinder, man. Former champ, elite wrestling pressure, ridiculous pace, and kind of a never say die form of cardio, right? He typically wears guys down over 5 rounds. He does everything well in a pretty suffocating way, has really solid chain wrestling, top control, dirty boxing in the clinch. But, the holes are his striking is functional but not dynamic, right? He can get tagged by guys that have better athleticism and power before he's able to close the distance. We saw it in fights like the Ian Gary fight. Gabriel Bonfim, on the other hand, is a Brazilian nightmare. He's 19-1. He's got power in both hands, vicious submissions, right? Pip, I believe, said this is a guy that wants to keep it standing. He wants to strike with you. By the way, a vast majority of his wins, 13 of them, have come by way of submission. And he can get it done in any position, right? Arm triangle, darce, anaconda, rear naked choke. Like, the guy has nasty Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills. So I actually almost feel like Belal's wrestling onslaught could pay dividends against him, right? It could be a deficit to the game plan. If he is utilizing and really kind of weaponizing that cardio and coming forward, he could end up getting locked up in a darce or a guillotine while he's rushing in. Because Bonfim has been improving everywhere. He does really well mixing the strikes in with his entries. He has explosive athleticism, the types that we've seen be a problem for Belal Muhammad, quite frankly, in the past. And he can finish fights in a heartbeat, right? As soon as he's able to get going. His whole is he can get a little bit wild early on, and he hasn't really faced that kind of relentless pace that Belal brings to the table. I'm going to take a shot in the dark on this one and put this guy as one of my dogs in the underdog competition this week. I haven't actually looked at the odds at all. So let's do all of our betting live today, I guess. Let's take a look. betonline.ag. We are not sponsored, but who knows? Maybe someday we will be.
Well,
Time for some MMAnomaly bets.
You know what I'm saying, folks? A little cheesy 80s style music there for you. So looking at the odds for this first fight. Plus 100 on Gabriel Bonfim. Let's see what the specific odds are, the prop odds here. Fight goes the distance is plus 100. I mean, if you're betting on Belal, that could be a thing, but Pip thinks he gets it done. And so does Vegas, right? They think the fight ends inside the distance at minus 130. If you want to take Belal inside the distance, let's see how juicy those odds are for you. Belal to win inside the distance is plus 180. It's not
he doesn't
bad.
have a lot of finishes, right? I mean, Belal
He doesn't, but he did finish Sean Brady at Fight Island.
That is true.
I was going through my trading cards today, and I don't know if you know this, but Tops used to do it, and now the new guys that are doing the UFC trading cards do it as well, I believe. But if you go to the website, whenever they're doing like a big marquee event, like a Fight Island or probably UFC Freedom 250, they sell limited edition cards that are like one-time prints that you can only buy that week online. And then they're moments that they print from that fight card.
That's pretty
So like
sick.
I have an Islam Makhachev card with him getting the belt wrapped around him with Hasbullah standing in the corner.
Oh, that's epic right there.
It's hilarious.
That is fantastic. What a time to be alive. Shout out Bulla.
Yeah. I got the UFC Noche ones whenever they did it at the Sphere. So they're like different shapes and shit. They're fucking cool. Super thick stock cardboard. I mean, the stock. It's very nice. It's very nice. Nano. Let's not make any bets on this one right now. I'm not feeling that confident on it, if I'm being completely honest. Let's move into a fight that maybe we can agree on, but probably not. Let's talk about a middleweight bout between Brendan Allen, Mr. All In, coming in against the Golden Boy, Edmen Shabazyan. Good old Shabazyan. Shabazyan sounds like something that Eminem would rhyme something with in a song. In that tone. Shabazyan. No, I'll let you take the lead on this one. Tell me how you feel about Mr. Shabazyan coming in here against the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who signed our Golden Glove.
Well, so there's a few angles I need to go with this one, but what I do want to say is hell of a fight. I mean, this is an interesting matchup, co-main event of the evening. Unfortunately, I'm going to preface this with I am biased. I am all in on Brendan All In Allen, so I am going to be talking with rose-colored glasses. I am going to glaze the man BA because I am a big fan of him. I respect the ranking that he has earned at the ripe age of 30 years old, sitting at the 5th seed. I'll be honest, man. I mean, let me answer your initial question as well before I get too off track here. How do I feel about Edmen? Love the kid. Love the golden boy. Stay golden, opponent boy. Stay golden. But, man, I had to double check because I was like, did Brendan's opponent bail? Was there a canceled bout that I was missing? No? Okay, so what you're telling me is that a number 5th ranked middleweight here of the world is going to be fighting against a non-ranked opponent? When is the last time we've seen that, brother? You mentioned the Conor McGregor treatment the other day.
I was just about to say the last time we saw this was Conor McGregor versus Dennis Seaver. It was number 5 versus number 10, and when he beat number 10, he received a title shot against Jose Aldo. Crazy stuff.
I just don't think Edmen's that guy. I don't know if he's that guy, pal. I don't know if he has that kind of moxie. I think stylistically, I think Brendan Allen has his number. I think Edmen can potentially hurt him and maybe change the course of the fight, but is it likely? I just don't think so, man. I think Brendan Allen's been in there with the quite literal best of the best in the division and has stood his ground 10 toes down. I just don't think Edmen's on that level, man. I'm really excited to hear both of you guys' takes on this, and most importantly, Pip, excited to hear the X's and O's from you, my brother. I mean, are you seeing something different here? Is there something stylistically that Edmen's going to pose that BA just ain't ready for? Talk to the
No.
Right. Good job, champ.
Absolutely not. I mean, kind of like you said. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think this fight's kind of a mismatch. I mean, I got Brendan Allen all day here. And I mean, just looking at Edmen, I mean, Shabazyan really struggles with solid grapplers. It feels like we saw that against GM3. We saw that against Derek Brunson, Anthony Hernandez. And I mean, I think the other issue here is I'm worried about his cardio, and I'm also kind of worried about his heart here. I mean, we've just seen Edmen get broken so many times. We've seen him get these win streaks against lower competition, and as soon as he gets boosted, it typically doesn't go well. And I mean, mentioned his early losses as well. I mean, he's just very inconsistent. And that alone just makes him very hard to bet on. I mean, Edmen right now, he's on that 3-fight win streak against Muniz, Petrosky, and Dylan Budka. Now against the number 4 ranked middleweight in Brendan Allen. I just think we see Allen do what he does best, weather an early storm, land some strikes from the outside, slam the body kick, chain takedowns, and even reverse positions if he ends up on the wrong side of one. But just smash his way to victory. I'm going to say through side control, and I'm going to go kind of specific here, but I'm going to say we get a ground and pound finish while Brendan Allen's and side control just hammering down with elbows. And I think it's just one more fight that gets him closer to a title fight. But Uncle, what you got?
I like it, bro. I like it. I like Brendan Allen here, bro. He's a top 5 middleweight. He's a machine at this point. Elite level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 6 subs inside the UFC. Great top pressure. Like when he's on top of you, it genuinely, for people that don't train, that have never sparred, that have never rolled live, the top pressure that this guy applies just looks fucking miserable from someone that's been there. He doesn't look like he's a fun guy to fight, especially if he finds himself on top of you, right? And he's evolved his striking to mix in kicks with the combinations. He's gotten really, really good, a lot better at like really finishing things up with a kick. He'll throw a 1-2 and then slip in a leg kick or a body kick. And when he does, those things fucking just smack, bro. They fucking rip to the body or leg. So I think this should be his fight to lose. My biggest concern is the first maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes of this fight. Edmen is a live dog. He's a very live dog in there. He's got very good short elbows, very good short hooks as well. The way that he comes in, I don't want to say it's Tyson-like, but the style of it is very similar, right? He'll come in, kind of dip down and just fucking muscle up with a hook, or he'll get into a clinch, and as soon as you start to get that separation, boom, he'll just lob an elbow into your fucking temple. That worries me. Also, Brendan Allen, when he's been put in negative situations, we've seen him pull guard before, right? Now, if he does that, it's going to be a big no-no in this fight. Because this guy on top of you and Edmen Shabazyan, make no mistake about it, you can sub him, right? We've seen that he's subbable, even from the top. But we've also seen that he's got, again, very strong short elbows from the top. He's not one of these guys that needs to really sit up and throw on top of you. He's got a great fundamental, just he'll lay on top of you, and then he'll post off and just let his body fall on top of you with an elbow and just fuck your face up, bro. So those are my biggest concerns. But at the end of the day, I'm riding the Brendan Allen train all fucking day till the wheels fall off. I think he gets it done. I think he's a better fighter. I think he's more well-rounded. And as long as he comes in with a smart game plan and he sticks to said game plan, it's his fight to lose, right? He is the more well-rounded fighter. He should be a step ahead anywhere this fight finds itself. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. I don't see any bets that I really like on this one. Brendan is a favorite. I think he's a favorite for a reason, right? He's fighting someone that is 5-6 rankings below him. Why is this happening? Because he's a game motherfucker who is down to take fights against anybody, any place, anywhere, apparently. Would like to see him win. That way he can possibly get that Sean Strickland rematch back, since the only 2 people in the UFC to really have his number were Sean Strickland and his training partner. He already got the win back over his training partner, Chris Curtis. That media builds itself, brother. I mean, it's an easy media package. So put it together, folks, as long as BA gets his hand raised on Saturday. So we move into the lightweight division to talk about the dream killer himself, Firas Ziam, coming in against the big train, Tom fucking Nolan. This is going to be a fun fight. Firas Ziam is long, he's technical, and he's very fast improving, in my opinion. He's got great length at lightweight, right? He's got 75 inches of reach, and he's 6'1". Crazy thing is, Tom Nolan is 6'2". So he's a big boy as well for that division. These are like, they don't make lightweights like they used to. They're much larger now. The issue is there's still a 2-inch reach deficit for him, right? So there's 2-inch advantage for Firas Ziam, even though he is an inch shorter. Hell of an ape index on that kid. You love to fucking see it. Olin for Soup, Nano Pets, and Pip the Ripper. Let's go.
Hey, I like it. Great to see you, Lazy.
And great seeing you, Lazy. My guy. Tell us who you got in this Firas Ziam fight, brother. And again, jumping back to the breakdown here, like, he does a really good job at picking guys apart at range, mixing in takedowns. And though he can sometimes be a little passive and let output guys overwhelm him if he doesn't impose his will, I don't know that Tom Nolan's going to be the guy to do that to him. Tom Nolan is a young gun. He's got power. He's got decent wrestling. Not great, but good. And he's got solid forward pressure, but again, not like impending doom. He's not weaponizing cardio like a Colby Covington or somebody like that. He does well in scrambles, though, and he does have that dog in him. But technically, he's still pretty fucking raw, pretty green, if I say so myself, against longer, sharper strikers. And we've seen him eat shots before in those situations. I think Ziam's length and technical striking should be able to keep Nolan at bay. He's going to look to stuff the early pressure and then just pull away late. I've got him taking a decision win in this one. I don't know that he'll be able to finish Big Train, but I think he'll be able to beat him. What are you guys thinking, Nano?
Appreciate it, brother. We'll let Pip take us home here. I'll keep it short and sweet. I do like Tom Nolan. I think Big Train, as the name suggests, is a big, tall son of a gun. And I do think this will be a fun, violent fight. Not the most technical. Great technical skills, but they are going to let it swing and bang in there just based on how they both like to approach things. And I think Firas Ziam is an absolute stud. I mean, I really am a fan of the resume he's put together. He's a solid Frenchman. Don't typically like my Frenchman. No, I'm just kidding. But he's an absolute dog. He's on a great win streak. He has some exciting finishes. And I think this will be another big win for him against what appears to be a large statured opponent, someone that you just won't run into that often. So the clinch knee to the friggin' side of the head that like he did on Matt Frivola probably won't happen here, but you're going to see some really good Muay Thai, really good kickboxing, and just some pure violence. But I am taking for Ziam, the smile killer, to go out there and kill with a smile on his face. Pip, how you seeing it, brother?
Yeah, it's definitely a fun lightweight fight where I feel like we're kind of smashing those two shiny toys together on this one as well. And I mean, Ziam is a French prospect. He's now riding in an impressive 6-fight win streak. And his biggest attribute really is his fight IQ. He doesn't rush anything, force the finish. He's very patient. He likes to pick his shots. And he's got solid fundamentals with a well-rounded skill set. And against Tom Nolan, who's he's coming in at 26 years old. He's got a record of 10-1. He's definitely a striker who likes to fight from range. He's got good kicks, knees, some offensive submission skills. But I think Ziam is just the better fighter overall. Nolan still needs some time to adjust, grow at this level. I think Ziam attacks the legs of Nolan, backs him up against the cage, gets some control time, maybe even chains together a few takedowns, really just neutralizes the striking and the power threat from Nolan. So give me Ziam by unanimous decision here.
I love it, brother. I love it. I fucking love it. I think he does. I think it's the same exact outcome. Unanimous decision. I just think he's gonna. If he loses a round, it'll be the first round. I'll say that. He's kind of Chito Vera-like when it comes to downloading data in that first round. Sometimes he takes that round off, which can be a detriment, right? Especially in these kind of latter portions of your career in UFC. But I mean, again, I just think he should be the better, more well-rounded fighter. There's more paths to victory for him. Let's talk about a fun fight. A fight in which, if I was drinking, we would definitely do a shot on this one. Just because it's going to be a little crazy, right? Bryce Mitchell in the bantamweight division fighting Santiago Luna. My goodness gracious me. I am excited for this fight. I am always excited to watch a Bryce Mitchell fight because, I heard this line in a movie, right? They're asking the big bad guy, why'd you do that? And he's like, well, Wade, it's kind of like giving a 3-year-old a loaded handgun. You don't quite know what's going to happen next, but you know it's going to make headlines. That's why. That's like a Bryce Mitchell fight. Like, it's the exact same outcome. You don't quite know what's going to happen, but man, it's going to be worth tuning into. It's going to make headlines. So I will be tuning in. I will be watching before those headlines are written and writing my own on Twitter. And for the script next week. But I digress. Pip, take some fucking meat off the bone. How do you see this one playing out between the young gun and Arkansas's own?
It's definitely going to be a fun fight. I think this is my personal favorite fight of the night. I'm very excited for it. And I mean, in the bantamweight division, Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell versus the up-and-coming prospect in Santiago Luna. Bryce Mitchell, he's currently coming off a win against Said Nurmagomedov. He's a high-level BJJ black belt, solid grappler. And he showed us he can strike as well in the Edson Barboza fight. Even dropped Edson in the first round on that fight. And he does lose success if he gets backed up. He can leave his hands down. And against Santiago, I mean, he's been looking really good. Really crisp striking combinations. Just really fluid in there. He's not a slouch on the ground either. He can mix in the double legs and the body locks. But look at the guys Santiago's fighting. Panchenko is currently on a 3-fight losing streak, and he hasn't won a fight in the UFC. Lee, he's 1-3 in his last 4. And the win that got Luna to the UFC, the dude was 4-8. I just feel like we're really pushing Luna forward here. And I mean, yes, he looks good, but I haven't seen enough that, that says, Bryce Mitchell can't get, back up if Luna takes him down. Or some to say that Luna can do that as well, or that, he's going to be able to control him against the fence. He does have the power, which is kind of the one concern that I do have, but like I said, it's Bryce Mitchell we're talking about. This is the guy he's got one of only 2 twisters in the UFC. I think Bryce Mitchell is just, he's got too much of an experience edge here. He can hang on the feet long enough to get Luna to the cage, start mixing in the takedowns, being able to control the fight. And I'm going to say something similar here, so I call that I've already predicted, but even kind of getting that crucifix, 3rd round KO via elbows. And I don't think this one's going to be a TKO. I think Luna's going to get knocked the fuck out.
Sheesh. Pip. Language.
I disagree.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I disagree. No. Before I give my breakdown, what are your thoughts on this studious fight?
This is an interesting one, man. This is the old calves meeting the young bull. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that the old bull still got those horns, baby. I'm taking Bryce Mitchell. I'm taking the crazy man.
You're saying Bryce Mitchell is horny?
Your words, not mine, but I'm not going to disagree. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. I like Santiago's style. He's a young gun, repping Tijuana, Mexico, si se puede, pero not this time. Okay, you got a lot to learn. He's a little green around the gills. You know what I'm saying? Needs some more slap passes before he really gets it together. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I just think Bryce has all the skills, man. I think Santiago is very talented. He has freaking snipers his hands, but he does get hit. He does get hit a lot. And I don't know what kind of ground game he has, but we do know that's what Bryce Mitchell's going to want to go out there and do. Bryce is going to be angry. He's going to be mean. He's going to rush him. He's going to get him up against the fence. He's going to take him down, and he's probably going to submit him. That's my take. Take it away. MMAnomaly. What do you got?
So, I like everything that you guys said. I really do. It was great. Very well worded. Very theatric, especially Pip over there. Just really stuck the landing. It's great for the views, and hopefully it pays off. But I disagree with everything you guys said.
I respectfully decline. Here's why.
I agree.
I respectfully think everything you said was wrong. So look, you were right about a couple things. Bryce Mitchell is a grappling extraordinaire. He's a guru on the mat. Very wrestling heavy, slick back takes. And unlike a lot of the guys that I talk about on the show, where I'm like, this guy has very great Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but his wrestling entries are garbage. He actually has good wrestling entries, right? Do I sound like that, Pip? Is that why you're laughing so hard? Fucking asshole.
That was like almost a really good impression of like John Anik and You Had a Baby. That's what I heard.
Oh God, that is a horrible image that I just got in my head of that. Thank you. So no, like this guy's the opposite. He actually does have the wrestling entries to complete the takedowns, to get to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu exchange or overall grappling scramble exchange. He's able to control fights on the mat, really utilizes chain wrestling and chain takedowns to find holes in his opponent's defenses. His holes, however, are, his striking is pretty rudimentary, very basic striking. Me and Nato at the beginning years of the show used to say this all the time. The first piece of merch we ever released was this, the Sean Strickland piece of merch. He's a meat and potatoes style fighter. You know what I mean? When it comes down to the striking, very, very just fundamental. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5, 6 if you're really getting fancy with it. But again, it's I like that even better. It's like John Anik and Bob Barker had a baby. That's great.
Oh my God.
That's actually great.
Pretty on par.
Oh man.
The price is right.
So I'm gonna have to get like a costume, some goofy glasses, and start doing the green screen behind me and doing breakdowns in that voice. This is Bob Baker coming back at you with our picks this week. Who are your live dogs? Let me tell you who we've got today. Yeah, it could be a good time.
I want one of those and a Cartman breakdown. That'd be perfect.
Well, let me tell you why. I think Bryce Mitchell is going to get knocked the fuck out. First and foremost, I think Victor Henry was probably a better fight for him. It's a shame he had to pull out. He doesn't really even have knockout power, so that wasn't even a problem. But now he has to worry about Santiago Luna. That means moon in Spanish, Espanol.
That's pretty good.
It's solid.
Thank you. So jumping into Santiago Luna, he's a short notice stud, as I said, right? He's replacing Victor Henry, La Mangosta, who we've actually talked about a couple times on last week's show or earlier in this week's show as to who should be a good matchup for some of those winners. But make no mistake about it, Santiago Luna is a worse matchup for this guy, this Bryce Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? And especially if Bryce Mitchell, like, it's one thing if you have a full training camp to go against a Santiago Luna, but you didn't. I get that he didn't have a full camp to go against you either, but I think that this guy probably does better on short notice. He's young. It's going to do him better to not overthink the fact that he's going against a guy 10 years his elder, to not overthink how much this means at this level in his young career. I think the fact that he's not able to overthink it and that he's just locked the fuck in, he's going to get locked the fuck into a cage physically and literally against this guy on Saturday night, and he doesn't have a ton of time to overthink it and get inside of his head. He's just going to be a trained machine out there. Like Bruce Lee said, you should enter every match as long as you've trained properly, as if you are a wooden test dummy. The wooden dummy has no ego. It simply does what it was built to do, right? It was built to absorb damage. If you are built to do damage, go and do damage. Go let your body do its job. Santiago Luna has that, right? He's explosive. He's athletic. He's gritty. He's well-rounded. He's got sneaky power, to be quite frank with you boys. And he's got a solid mix of grappling and striking. I don't think that he's perfect in either, but I do think he's a better striker than the meat and potato style that we get from Bryce Mitchell. He's going to be the more creative guy on the feet, and he's also dangerous anywhere the fight goes. He's undefeated, so that means we haven't really seen a lot of his holes. But I'll tell you, the mat isn't one of them. He has more wins by submission than he has by knockout, and I would tell you that from what I've seen of the UFC, his hands are his best fucking attribute. So I like this fight for Luna. As a Bryce Mitchell fan, I think this fight's probably going to feel a lot like it felt when he accidentally drilled his nuts. It's not going to be a good day for the guy at work, is what I'm trying to get at, boys. Got a bad feeling about this, as they say in Star Wars. So I'm probably just gonna ride this one out. I'm gonna take Luna. I've got him on my dog picks, and dare I say, he's my dog of the week this week. So I'm feeling fairly confident about this one.
Well, and dare I say, I'm the lone wolf on this one. How?
You're muted. Oh, never mind. Now you're back. It was lagging.
Am I back?
It was lagging.
Well, I might be lacking next
yes,
week.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I'm the lone wolf. Ow!
I got Bryce Mitchell too. You with
no,
me.
dude.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we
You
go.
got Bryce too.
Thank
He
God.
said Bryce by knockout.
Oh, thank God.
He said Bryce by knockout.
Thank God.
I'm the lone wolf.
Oh,
bro.
thank God.
I mean,
We're gonna clip this next week. We got it. We'll be good.
thank God. Thank God.
Oh heavens!
No, dude. The lone wolf is it's me. It's me now. I'm the
There he is. There he is.
Call me Hamzat. Don't actually call me Hamzat. We look nothing alike. Brother, I smash everybody, brother. Let's jump into the next fight. It is a light heavyweight banger between Iwo Baraniewski and Junior Tafa. He's the better of the Tafa brothers. Not saying a whole lot, but he is the better of the Tafa brothers. It doesn't carry as much weight as when you say the better Bonfim brother or the better Chairez brother or the, better Walker. But I digress. Boys. Let's jump on into it. Iwo Baraniewski, of course, is also 8-0, just like Santiago Luna. And Iwo Baraniewski also had a canceled fight, just like Santiago Luna's opponent, Bryce Mitchell. He was originally slated to face Billy Elikana. So, I mean, 2 questions before I pass it over to you, Nano. 1, how do you see the fight going? And 2, do you think stylistically and just logistically, this is a much better matchup for Iwo Baraniewski to go out there and get another highlight?
I do think stylistically, Junior is gonna want the smoke, and Iwo's gonna have nothing but smoke for him. It's gonna be pure chaos for as long as it lasts. I'll keep it short and sweet because I don't think this fight makes it past the second half of the first round, ladies and gentlemen. I do think this is gonna be an absolute barn burner. And just turn on the tape from last time Iwo was out there, and that's all you need to see. Okay, the way he was whooping up Austin Lane. You want something even more? Go back 5 months ago and see what he did to Ebo. That Ebo versus Ebo was one of my favorite fights of all time. Just sheer chaos. That's exactly what we're gonna see, and I think Ebo's got it, man. He's every bit as good as advertised, and just like the name suggests, Rudy has that heart of a lion, has the tenacity and the will to go out there and win against the juggernaut, Junior Tafa. Hell of a name, hell of a stash, but not gonna be your night, buddy. Unfortunately. Bit, how you seeing it, man?
Oh God, I'm nervous to even give my breakdown on this one. Honestly, I think it's a great fight, no matter which way you pick look at it. Bro.
I'm going Iwo. What? Oh,
you're about to hear my pick. Look, if you had a gun to my head and you said who's gonna win this fight, all right, I'm gonna pick Iwo. But I'm feeling it in my heart, baby. I'm picking Tafa. I think it's a banger fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think maybe he's having technical difficulties. Apologies, though. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Pip's Piano Tips, folks. Oh, he's back. Sorry about that, Pip. I think we were having connection issues there, bro.
Look, if he gets it done, if Tafa gets it done, I'm talking shit for a month and a half. But...
Dude, if Tafa gets it done, I'm talking shit about myself for a month and a half.
Oh, bro, I am very excited for this fight. I don't think it goes very long. Well, I don't know. This fight could go so many ways in my head. I don't really have a solid prediction for it. I just know Tafa is he's a good kickboxer. He's coming off a knockout win, and he does look great against fellow strikers. But overall, he's really struggled with the grapplers. Now, as you guys know, I'm much more of a UFC fanatic than I am an MMA junkie. I've only seen 2 of Iwo's fights, and they have not gone further than, I don't think, 45 seconds. They don't go very long. But I have seen him get dropped a handful of times in his fight against Ebo. That dude got dropped 3 or 4 times or whatever.
Ebo hits like a tank.
I know.
Neither guy was guarding.
Hit like tanks. We're literally fighting at light heavyweight.
That's valid. All right.
I understand. Thank you. But I mean, so other than that, I know Iwo throws very hard, but like I said, so does Tafa. He's got good kicks, decent boxing, little bit of head movement. They both have puncher's chances here. I think there's just too many unanswered questions for me. So it's just kind of what happens if it does go past the first round. I think Tafa might have the better distance management here. He might be able to strike from the outside. I think the kicks to the body as well could be a problem for Iwo, but just kind of start slowing down. If it does go past, the first 2 minutes of round 1, I'm picking Tafa, but I think he's going to get Tafa's going to get a finish late round 1. Late round 1. I'm
not going to lie. You had me in the first half. It was the moment you said that Justin Tafa had head movement that you almost made me burst my stitches.
I said he had a little bit.
Laughing.
Not a lot. A little bit. A little bit. All right? He's not fucking Ilya Taptoro. He got a little bit of head movement.
His head moves when his body forces it to move, dog.
Which sometimes is a little bit more than I will. I'm just saying.
Holy shit. Oh, man. Yeah, look, I see this fight being a knockout, right? Like, Junior Tafa is a knockout artist. He's got heavy hands. He's got power and kickboxing roots. He does well in short bursts, right? He's like the medicine, right? Like 1 to 2 every 4 hours. It's kind of his landing output. The thing that worries me in this fight against Iwo, if I'm being honest with you boys, is the leg kicks, right? We've seen this guy go out and land massive leg kicks and just delete people's mobility. If he's able to do that early against an Iwo Baraniewski, then he can win this fight. Do I see him doing that? No, dude. Iwo Baraniewski is undefeated. I think it's going to stay that way. Super well-rounded with the striking. Not great with the grappling, but enough to get by, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, he's fighting at light heavyweight. He's not a bantamweight. He doesn't need grappling like that. Not a lot of light heavyweights are from Dagestan, so he's okay. Their names don't end in OV. So the biggest issue for me with him is he's still relatively new to the UFC's pacing, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that was kind of a big issue that he had in that Ebo fight, right? Like he was trying to go out there and get a performance bonus. He was trying to go out there and put it all on, make sure he kept the job after getting signed. And I think if he fights a little bit smarter, a little bit more controlled and composed, it's going to be a very one-sided fight. But if he goes out there with reckless abandon, maybe Pip and Mr. Tafa make me eat my words. If that's the case, I will wear my Vegeta Badman shirt to the next episode, since Mr. Junior Tafa is known as Badman. Let's go ahead and talk about the next fight. It's one that I'm definitely going to pick wrong, because I'm picking with my heart. And people know that. I will always bet on Matt Schnell if Matt Schnell is fighting. I thought I was done being hurt. I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship, and he sucked me right back in. He said, "Baby, it'll be different this time. I've changed. You can trust me." And so here we are. Matt Schnell fight week, a year after retirement. When an MMA fighter retires, do they really retire, or is it just an extended break? Pip, I'll let you take the lead on this one because I'm going to save my hurting for last. How do you see this one playing out between Matt Danger Schnell coming in against Alessandro Costa, yet another short notice replacement fight, considering he was originally supposed to fight tough winner Imanol Rodriguez?
Yeah, I mean, Matt Danger Schnell, I mean, he's dangerous every time he gets in the cage, and he's a fan favorite, and all for good reason. I feel like both of them are honestly on a little bit of a similar trajectory, where Matt Schnell is 7-8 in the UFC, coming off a loss against Joseph Morales, and Costa's 3-3 in the UFC, coming off a win against Stuart Nicole at the moment. Costa definitely has the age and momentum edge here, but Matt Schnell is a dog. I mean, he's willing to scrap. He can drag you in the deep waters. He does have a submission game off his back. But I will say, going realistically, I do feel like Costa just does a little bit, more, and he's a little bit better at what they do. I just think Costa just overall is a little bit, more technical fighter. I see Costa chopping at the legs, mixing in the shots in the pocket, even the hook to the body really causing issues for Schnell as the fight goes on. But I'm going to say Costa just outworks Schnell on the feet, batters the legs, rips the shots in the bodies, conditions the hands. I think we're going to see a knockout either way, but I'm going to say Costa gets the knockout in round 1, but I do hope we see, I'm going to be rooting for Schnell all day. But Nano, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, rinse and repeat, boys. Rinse and repeat. I do really like Matt Schnell. We love Matt Schnelly around here. That's a fact. But I will say Alessandro, not the best matchup, but a better matchup than what he was slated originally. He was going to be going in there against an Imanol Rodriguez, which if you saw the Dana White, the Ultimate Fighter, excuse me, dude's a savage. Dude is built diffy. So I'm glad that it was a change of dance partners for Matt Schnell. I think that does give him a little bit more of a fighter's chance. Maybe there's a scenario where Alessandro's not fully ready, right? I mean, we know he didn't have a full camp. So can that, nerf him enough for Matt Schnell to go out there and do the unthinkable? I'm rooting for it. Not going to bet on it. Taking Alessandro Costa. But shout out Matt Schnelly. Let's go, baby. Prove us wrong. With that being said, I think MMAnomaly, you started off, right? Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, I think it might be me. Not sure why. I'm literally hardwired.
Can you hear us?
I got you.
Testing.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Yep, I hear you.
Oh, it's MMAnomaly. Here we go. Here we go. Always something with this guy. Let's see what's going on here, chat. He's laughing. We hear him.
I'm literally hardwired. I don't understand why it's lagging like this. What is happening? I'm gonna refresh the stream page. Give me 1 sec.
This is what happens when we go rogue, y'all. It's exactly what happens.
Give a shout out Shin to Shin. I see you in the chat. Ready for the classic forget the name decision for sure. For sure.
Let's see that. Who's ready for a classic? Yeah, I mean, let's be real, Shins. It's forget the name. I wish I forgot the performance. I mean, it's going to be rinse and repeat, the same thing that we typically see from Belal Muhammad. Maybe Gabriel Bonfim can bring something new. I mean, he's got a similar style, or at least just sheer size to Ian Gary. Do we think he can maybe pose some threats? Maybe take a page out of that book? We'll have to wait and see.
I he just looked so good in the Sean Brady fight, where it's like they both kind of have similar BJJ skills as well. Well, granted, Bonfim is the better striker. I just think Belal's Belal's got the experience too. I mean, it's a big jump in competition for Bonfim, but I really think that he could get it done in the 5th round. I think he just kind of outwork him, drag him into deep waters, and land some body shots in the pocket and kind of do a similar finish to what we saw against Sean Brady.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, Gabriel does have some strong finishes over some solid dudes, but I just think and it's Belal's toughness, like you mentioned. Oh,
yeah. We get him back?
There we go.
There he is.
Jesus Christ, bro. I'm not sure what the hell is going on with my internet right now. Literally hardwired in, checked my internet, and it was working, but StreamYard was having issues. Shame on you, StreamYard. What the hell? But not sure why it's working for you boys and not me. But here we are. We're back. I caught probably 75% of Nano's breakdown. Sounds like he hates me and Matt Danger Schnell. Same as Pip's piano tips. Look, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Matt Danger Schnell is a veteran gatekeeper. You know the age-old saying, if you've been here for a while, you know what we say on this show. You beat Matt Danger Schnell, you get a title shot. Doesn't even matter if he's ranked. He can go up a weight class. He can go down a weight class. You beat him, you get a title shot. That's how it works. How it worked for Steve. It's how it worked for a number of people. So Alessandro Costa could go from being 3-3 in the UFC to getting a title shot in his very next win, is what I'm hearing you boys say. But I don't see it happening. I see Matt Danger Schnell cashing out on top and getting the roses he deserves. He's scrappy. He's got great submissions. We all remember the fight of the year, possibly fight of the decade contender between him and Sumadarji. It was a bloody fucking war. He got dropped like 7 times, I think, in a round or 2. If this was boxing, it would have been stopped. And you know how much I complain about the standing 10 count rule. But at least they stop a fight if somebody gets dropped 3 times in the same round. Not in MMA. Matt ended up getting dropped a number of times, a multitude of times in that round, and he still ended up getting the dub. So good on him. And I think he does it again, bro. Right? He's been on a bit of a rough skid lately. He's got some striking defensive holes. He leaves his head on the center line when he strikes, and he can come out there and get a little tiny little bit greedy. I'm calling a spade a spade. It happened against Steve Erceg. It's happened against a number of other people. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. Maybe that's why StreamYard crapped out on me. It was like, dude, don't do your full breakdown. Just cry off camera. Shin to Shin. Owen needs to upgrade from that AOL dial-up he's rocking with. Brother, I got a phone call. It disconnected the dial-up. Isn't that the worst? On my landline. 2026. Fucking landline. Do people still have landlines?
Classic.
That's crazy.
They can offer them, but I don't know who has them installed, or I don't even know.
Literally, I don't know what happened, but my internet just straight up shut down on me. But we're back. We're back, folks. We are back. Let's jump into the next one. It is a bout between Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites. Sorry, Marcus McGhee, coming in against John Yannis. You know what I'm saying? I love that you guys got that joke. I love that it didn't fall on deaf ears. I am Archer, emissary of the Gorgonites.
Archer.
Is it wrong though? Like, you can't be fucked up if it's also true.
It goes around every time he fights, and I love it. I just love it.
That's just new for me.
Oh, really? Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. No. Well,
This is at least my third time saying that. I think his second time fighting, I was like, this motherfucker looks like Archer, bro. I wonder if he ever made it back to Gorgon.
There's a few MMA pages that I follow that like they'll post like the graphics of like fights getting announced, and they always put him as Archer.
It's so good, dude.
Always put him
As Archer.
They always put him as Archer. Oh, dude,
It's so good. When I do the normal thumbnail, not being rushed, I will, instead of putting his fight picture, I'll probably put a picture of Archer. It's win, lose, or draw. No, give me your breakdown on this one. How do you see it playing out in this fight with him versus John Yannis?
I see this being a technical bout here. I do see the man that we're talking about, Archer, and the Gorgonites here having their the emissaries in their back pocket. I think he's gonna go out there and win. I like what he's done. He was a ranked opponent. He's looked good against some of the best of the best. Yeah, he did lose about 10 months ago to that's the current champion of the world. We're talking about a Piotr Jan. I forgot. Before that, dude was almost completely unblemished in the UFC octagon, and I think he's going to continue to go out there and do so. I'll be honest, I do like John Yannis a lot. I do really think he has a good style. He's a Texas kid. This ain't Texas, and this ain't Hold'em, but Marcus McGhee gonna put him down. More likely than not. What about Matua? Hold on, Matua. Great to see you, brother. Round 1 finish. I'm gonna leave it there. Matua took the words out of my mouth. That's what's gonna happen. You heard it here first. Great to have you, Matua.
I can make you rich.
He typically does. Shout out.
I'm gonna look up those odds. Pip, what are you thinking on this one, brother?
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with finish, but I definitely prefer it if it goes that way. I mean, I definitely think it's a fun matchup between two tough prospects, which is really almost fun to think about because McGhee made his debut in the UFC and turned 33 a week later. He's now 36, and he's only has 12 professional fights. It's not a lot of mileage on the clock, but he's in a good situation. I mean, now McGhee is coming off his first loss against UFC in the UFC. Not like you said, it was against Piotr Jan. But he had moments in that fight. I mean, the jab and the right hand were very effective. The knees and the tie clench, it caused some damage. He's got very good striking. He's just very fast and explosive. The kicks are dangerous. He's got good takedown defense, but he can get controlled against the fence. But granted, that's not really John's style. He's more of a technical striker. He's got a lot of power and a nasty overhand. Good knees as well. And good striking defense, and he's hard to hit clean. He's got good counters as well, and he's just really good at distance management, just kind of getting right out of the way of shots or just kind of rolling his chin with those punches. But I really like Marcus McGhee here in this matchup. He's really good at getting inside the pocket. He throws a lot of strikes and has decent enough cardio to keep that going through 3 rounds. I think the loss to Piotr Jan just gave him a wealth of knowledge. I think he just outworks John Yannis in the pocket. I wouldn't even be surprised if he mixes in a few takedowns and wins the fight convincingly on the scorecards. But give me Marcus McGhee by unanimous decision. Uncle him. Who you got?
Yeah, man. I'm with you, bro. I think the Gorgonite is going to get it done for his Gorgon people. I think he's got better striking. And something that he does really, really well in comparison to a lot of his other cohorts this weight class is he has a really great ability to sit down on his punches. And if you know what I mean by that, he really puts his fucking full force into them, turns things over, and throws everything with purpose, everything with momentum. Everything is an ability to shift the momentum of the fight, quite frankly. So I like him to win this fight. I think he's better everywhere the fight goes. John Yannis is just kind of a brawler. He's got power in his hands, but he's limited, mostly head hunting, and he's got a much weaker ground game. So I see this fight going one of two ways. I think Marcus dominates the first round and gets the first round finish, as Matua predicted. Or if it starts to not go his way, he always has the grappling option. He is a stunning grappler. He hasn't had to use it as much in the UFC because the hands have gotten it done for him. The hands, shoulders, knees, and toes. So if he has to, he can go to that grappling well, and he can bring it home via decision. But we're taking him in the first round. We're tailing Matua on the bet here, plus 250 on those odds. So if you put a fifth of a unit on that, you'll cash a half unit back in pure profit. So again, a fifth of a unit, you'll get 0.7 of a unit back, essentially. To put that in perspective, right? If your units are $50, you put $10 on it, you're getting 25 back, right? In profit. So 35 back in totality. We're doing just that, putting a 50 unit on them. So let's go ahead and move on into the next fight. But before we do, Matua says, when is International Fight Week? I believe it is July 11th. And the proceedings for it start on the Thursday. So July 9th, I believe. That's when they'll be doing like UFC X and all the fan activations and things like that, which we still need to decide if we're going to go or not. And if not, we need to pick a fucking UFC card and figure that out, brother.
True. Let's start talking.
Yeah, we need to start having that chat. And Pip, obviously, we'd love to see you at UFC X and or a UFC fight. And I can promise you, if you make it out to Vegas for a UFC X, there are no raccoons out there. Not that I've ever seen. So no PTSD, no flashbacks.
I've had enough raccoons, so yeah, I'd be happy to get away from those fuckers. Shit.
Don't hate McGhee via club and sub TBH. Yannis has 2 sub losses, both RNC. McGhee has 1 sub win at RNC. Believe it's like plus 500. Ooh. Are we doubling
some
down
good
on
MMA
Marcus
math there.
McGhee?
I like the MMA math. Not a boy, lazy.
I'm mad at that. See, this is why I like Lazy Bet. He does a lot of these like analytical bets, and those are the ones that really end up paying out. So let's look at this prop. Oh yeah, plus 525 on that mother. Holy smokes. Yeah, we'll do another fifth of a unit on that. Yeah. Another fifth of a unit to win more than a full unit back. Yeah. Do that all fucking day. That's much better odds. We'll juice that shit up. Pour the whole bucket on McGhee finish. Let's go, dude. Wouldn't put a lot on it, but maybe a small spritz. Yeah, fifth of a unit, bro. Very small spritz on that one. But I mean, again, fifth of a unit turns into a whole unit. That's fucking dope, bro. Happy with that. Even if your units are like a fucking, $1, you put 10 cents on it, you're gonna get $1 plus back. That's good for you, bro. We don't unit shame here. So with that, we move on into the next fight, which is, it's a bit of a banger, right? It's Edgar Chairez coming in against Bruno Silva. Mister, we don't talk about Bruno. Bruno Silva brings power, aggression, and a pretty decent clip of finishing ability when he comes into the octagon. He does fairly well in stand-up wars and has that kind of Brazilian swagger to him, right? Like the way that he strikes is really fun to watch. What I see as far as holes in his game are defensively, right? He could be a bit porous, if you know what I'm saying. He just is there to absorb strikes that are coming his way, and he doesn't really do much to get out of the way of them. And he can be taken down and controlled quite a bit. We've seen that happen in his UFC tenure. Edgar Chairez is pretty dangerous in his own way, and he can be a bit overrated, though, if I'm being honest. Like, Chairez is fun to watch. He's good. He also has a bit of swagger about him, but I just think he's good. He's not great really anywhere. Kind of a jack of all trades, master of none, and he struggles in there against elite level pressure. Bruno Silva can and has shown to have that kind of level of pressure coming into the octagon. I think this one could go his way. So give me Bruno Silva in this one. I'm picking the favorite. I think he gets it done. I don't want to say inside the distance. I'm not 100% confident on that, but I am going to take him just outright. Give me Bruno Silva. Nano, what do you think, bro?
I'm taking Bruno as well. I think Bruno, this is his fight to lose. I do really like Edgar Chairez. I think he's going to come in and pose some threats with the length and his boxing and just his sheer volume, coming off a couple wins as well. And he's going to be 6 years younger than a Bruno Silva. But yeah, Bruno's ranked. I really like his pedigree. And even that last loss, it was a split decision loss to a Charles Energy Johnson. That still holds a lot of pedigree to me. I think Bruno's going to go out there and get it done. But Edgar always has a puncher's chance. He might be able to sneak around in, and all it takes is another one potentially over the course of 2. So it's a close one, but I'm taking Bruno Silva by a thin margin of victory over my fellow Mexicano. Bit, talk to the people. Give us your breakdown.
Yeah, I'm happy you said it was a close one because I could go both ways on it. I really like both of your guys' predictions, but it's definitely it's a banger either way you look at him. Edgar Chairez right now is on a 2-fight winning streak. Before that, he was coming off of a unanimous decision loss against Joshua Van, which if you've ever heard of him, current flyweight champion right now. He's a very well-rounded flyweight. I mean, solid boxing in the pocket. He's got really good, slick counters. Not the greatest takedown defense, but he does have some nasty elbows off of his back. And Bruno Silva, coming off a split decision loss to the boy Charles Johnson, he's got more of a 50-50 record. I mean, I think he's just more of a high twitch fighter. Lots of feints. He's always moving. His best weapon is, I think, that overhand. He does have good leg kicks. And he does have a fast back take that comes with a nasty rear naked choke. At Silva, he's just been a little chinny recently. He's been in some wars. He's got knocked out by Kopp, which granted are two of some of the best flyweights in the UFC at this moment. But I just think we'll see Edgar just outwork Silva on the feet. Pressure forward, slip the overhand, land nasty counters, mix in the combinations to the body, attack the legs, and just kind of break Silva down. Give me Edgar by getting a third round TKO.
I am not mad at that, my guy. I'm definitely not mad at that. The next fight is one that I think is going to be a little bit of controversy. Just because I mean, I'm kind of on the fence. I've literally changed my pick 3 times on this one today. We got Chelsea Chandler coming in against Priscila Cachoeira, the lady zombie here. I don't like this fight like at all. It's just a weird fight. Every time I think of Chelsea Chandler, I think of her running away from Norma Dumont in one of the funniest pictures in all MMA history. And every time I think of zombie girl Cachoeira, I think of the commentator saying, she's like a zombie. She doesn't get knocked out. And then she gets knocked out by Jocelyn Edwards shortly after that. Neither woman has really shown a lot of impressive upgrades in their game, right? Jocelyn Edwards knocked out Priscila Cachoeira in round 1. Jasmine Yazadavicius knocked her out in round number 3. Our girl, you know what I'm saying? And Miranda Maverick, Jasmine Darced her in round 3, and Miranda Maverick armbarred her in round 3. So she's been finished 3 times in her last 5 fights, and she's lost 4 out of her last 5 fights. And then if you look across from her at Chelsea Chandler, like a lot of the same names, right? Jocelyn Edwards, first round finish, right hooks. Yana Santos, Norma Dumont is on there, right? Like she hasn't really fought nobodies, but it's tough. My gun to my head, as Pip said earlier, you put a gun to my head and ask me who's going to win this fight, I'm going to tell you Chelsea Chandler. I don't feel good about it. I don't like it. I don't feel confident about it. I'll probably end up grabbing a fucking beverage of some sort during this fight and just hope I'm right. But man, I'm not confident at all in this one. Could go either way. Pip, what are you thinking here, brother? Or he did? Oh my God, is he on the dial-up now? We've swapped internets.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's happening.
What is where? Our pets' heads are falling off. What is going on around here, boys?
Happening.
Oh man!
Cachoeira first round finish. Matua, oh my God, I'm literally about to say out loud, I'm not following that. Let's pull up the odds here. Let's just see.
Hey, you never know. I mean, she's a dog.
Plus 600.
I mean, I'm taking her. God, both their records are brutal. This is a brutal matchup, man.
They're so bad. They're worse than Pip's internet right now.
Yeah. I think he avoided this one for a reason. I'm taking Priscilla for sure. But yeah, I mean, and Chelsea Chandler, I mean, like you mentioned, I mean, just that image is just hard to get out of my head. I'm surprised she's the Ben favorite here. I think you look at her at her best, and I mean, solid boxer. She's coming out of Stockton, so she fights with Nate Diaz in that camp. Doesn't necessarily have the same cardiovascular endurance, but certainly always game opponent. But I think Priscilla has all the tools, and I think she'll be a little bit tougher. I think she'll be a little bit more calculated, and frankly, doesn't have that willingness to run when the going gets tough. So I think for all those reasons, it's hard for me to bet against Priscilla. But looks like we got a few people that agree. So
yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. Like I said, I'm picking against Cachoeira, but I don't feel good about it. Going with the favorite on this one, man. Matua has an agenda, huh? Like first round finish for everyone. Matua just wants to see us get more first round finishes this week than we did in Macau, which I think is going to be very hard to top if I'm calling a spade here, as I often like to do. So we have 3 fights left to break down. Let's go ahead and keep it moving while we wait on Pip to get back in here. I'm sure he's going to be very gutted that he missed that illustrious fight that we just covered in gritty detail. We have Jordan Leavitt, a.k.a. the straightest man in the UFC, Mr. Steal Your Girl, coming in against Joanderson Brito. I mean, have we ever seen a crazier comparison of masculinity in a fight? It is fascinating, this fight, from an everything standpoint. Yeah. How do you see it playing out, Nano?
It couldn't be more starkly different. Both opposite ends of the spectrum here, but both, and even skill set wise, right? I mean, just the way they're gonna come in. We got Jordan Leavitt, the true wrestler, true grappler here, the specialist coming in against one of the most violent son of a guns in the division here. I'm talking about a Joanderson Brito. That's where my head is going. I'm going with the striker here. Am I going to regret it? Possibly. Jordan Leavitt is always game to go out there and do the unthinkable, whether it's doing the splits out there or getting a win over an opponent that maybe had no business beating. But strung together a couple wins here as of recent. Did a Jordan Leavitt, the Monkey King. But I am a big fan of Joanderson Brito, and I just think that his strength, I think that his camp, fighting out a Chute box over there in Brazil, I think they're going to come out and he's going to look to put a hurting on a Jordan Leavitt. I'm hoping he stuffs a couple takedowns early, kind of neutralizes that game plan and edges out OW. Pip, oh, you're not frozen anymore, hey, buddy?
I think I'm back. Olin, you keep your shitty internet to yourself, brother.
Hey, don't pass it over here. Y'all play ping pong amongst yourselves. I'm good.
Watch out, Nano. For the record, where are we on? We're talking about Leavitt versus Brito here now. All right, I'm back on track. For the record, just so I can say I'm confident on my picks, Priscila gets it done inside the distance. She gets it done round 1. Going to Leavitt versus Brito. It's an interesting match.
You and Matua are sharing a fucking brain this week, dog.
Matua, my boy. You know what I'm saying. Priscila, we got it. Lock in, Matua. I'm with you all day. But Matua, let me know who you got on this one. But it's an interesting match between 2 highly talented grapplers. I mean, Leavitt is now on a 2-fight win streak since moving down to featherweight. He's a solid grappler, wild submissions, and his entries are improving on the takedown. While if it was a pure BJJ match, I'd say Leavitt all day, but this is an MMA fight. Brito is extremely aggressive. I feel like we see Jordan struggle when his opponents blitz forward. If they engage in the pocket, he just immediately shoots. Brito has crazy scrambling ability as well. I think he can at least neutralize the grappling threat of Jordan. Leavitt, first round of booty maxing. It could happen. It could happen. He even said he was going to twerk on him if he gets the finish, which every time he says something, he's just getting a little bit more zesty every time. But that's what he does. And Brito just has that scrambling ability to kind of neutralize the grappling threat of Jordan, I think. Just end up being more of a striking match while both guys, attempt to shoot takedowns. I just think the style of Brito, just in your face, throwing hooks, nasty leg kicks, I just see it being a big problem for Leavitt. Doesn't have much of a chance, but I feel like there's more of a problem coming from Brito. So give me Brito. I'm going to go unconventional here, but I'm going to say he gets the TKO from leg kicks in round 2.
Wow. Calling your shot. I like it. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about Joanderson Brito. He is explosive. He's got a lot of power, very athletic, and he's got finishing ability. He does pretty well early on in the fights, but I do see holes in his gas tank. I think there's a leaky gas tank there. You know what I'm saying? As the fight goes on, that gas tank is leaking a little bit. A little need gas lights coming on, dinging. And his wrestling defense can be a bit spotty, which, ding, 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 spells disaster for this fight against Jordan Leavitt, the Monkey King. Make no mistake about it, he is like a monkey on your back, especially if he gets there. He's crafty. He's great at scrambling and submissions. If your name is not Patty Pemblich, he does really, really well in chaotic exchanges and just overall grappling positions. I think Leavitt's probably going to drag this deep with the scrambles, the takedowns, and just grind out a dog win. I could also see him getting a late submission, like late round 2, early round 3. But give me Jordan Leavitt. And right now, he's a dog. He's a plus 170 dog. So you put a half unit on him. If your units are $50, just for easy math purposes, you put $25 on him, you get $42.50 back. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a half unit on him. Betting against the grain here. served me okay last week. So I'm gonna keep on riding with the wind with these bets. See if we can keep stacking units, boys and girls. Yeah, again, I'm betting against the grain on this one. I know you boys are both against me, and that's okay. I'm gonna be up in here zest maxing next episode, talking about this Leavitt win. You feel me? Speaking of zest maxing, let's talk about the women's flyweight division, shall we, boys? We have Jeisla Chaves. Fun name to say. Very fun name to say. Coming in against Yuneisy Duben. Another fun name to say. These names are very fun, boys. But you know who I can't wait to hear say these names? Pip, give us your breakdown, brother, if your internet will last for the breakdown. Or if mine will, for that matter.
We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope. Yeah. Jeisla Chaves versus Yuneisy Duben. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Chaves has a good left hook to the body. She does have a little bit of power to her shots as well. Decent Muay Thai, good cardio, and she's very tough. Duben coming off a bad knockout loss against Judice. Joanderson Burrito. I love that day. That might just be what we just call him from now on is Burrito. But other than that, I mean, she is looking to rebound here. But her best attribute is really her right hand. It's a brilliant move. The zestier you are, the more uncomfortable your opponent's grappling. Yeah.
I was actually going to say that. Like, I feel like it's a mental warfare thing because, like, nobody wants to lose in the UFC because you have millions of eyes on you. But even less people want to lose to the zesty guy. Or the guy that they think is going to possibly twerk over their lifeless, limp body. Mm-hmm. That adds a lot of pressure, I think.
Oh, how disrespectful would it be if he's sitting there crucifixing you and he's pillow talking with you? You hate to see it. Yeah, I hate to see it. Can happen. Probably has happened. I would if I were him. Just saying.
I like it. I'm not mad at it.
At least it's a good way to know that the fight ended, because if you wake up and you see Jordan 11 twerking, you know that, oh, fuck, I probably lost.
Yeah. If the first thing you see is bright lights and the
Hopefully
second thing you see is the
outcome.
Monkey King's ass above your head, you probably lost.
Yeah. I mean, back to the breakdown. I mean, I don't have much of one here. This is just kind of from what I've seen. I just feel like Chaves is a little cleaner. She's more elusive on the feet. I think she's going to have the speed advantage as well, but give me Chaves by unanimous decision. Round one finish.
Atua's taking her by finish. Good old Jeisla.
I like Chaves. I like her. Give it to me. Round one or decision. Don't care which. Give me the dub, baby.
All right. Nano, what do you think? You think Chaves gets it done?
Yep, I think Jeisla Chaves, as you said it, is definitely the pick here. I think she's skilled, man. She's got kind of a slow style. She's not necessarily going in there and blitzing. She really likes to take her time and be methodical. And although I do like Yuneisy Duben, from Venezuela, I just really like the performance that Jeisla Chaves had on the Dana White Contender Series, and I think she's gonna come out and continue to do what she does. So that's my pick.
Braba. Jeisla Chaves. I think she's got really, really nasty body work. She's got solid hooks. Straight shots could use a little bit of work, but overall her striking is fundamentally sound. She does a really good job mixing things up, mixing the martial arts. She is undefeated for a reason. I think she stays undefeated. Much like two fighters on this card are 8-0. I think she leaves this fight card 8-0 on Saturday night. I see her getting her hand raised, and women's flyweight's a pretty shallow division, right, boys? So I think realistically, if she goes out there and she gets a stunning win, she would probably end up getting pole vaulted in at least the top 25. We'll be talking about it next week, though, either way. I'm going to keep it short and sweet on this one. We'll keep the ball rolling. Give me Jeisla Chaves to get it done. And with that, we'll stay in the women's fight classes, but we'll move on up a little bit, or down rather, to women's strawweight for a bout between Ketlin Souza and Ariane Carnelosi. This one is, Nano, that pretty much sums it up. I'll let you take the lead on it since you're obviously fucking stoked.
I am jumping at the gills here. I'm biting the bit to get this one broken down. Ketlin Souza is my pick. Why? She's tough as nails. I think I'm not distracted by Ariana Carnelosi's guns. I hope she has permits for those things. Her biceps are huge. Makes me want to go hit the arm day at the gym today. But that aside, and muscles aside, I just think stylistically, Ketlin Souza, dominant, heavy-footed boxer. I do think Ariana's going to come out and use that Muay Thai pedigree, but I think Ketlyn's it's too much, man. I think she's it's gonna look a little bit like Mike Tyson-esque to be in the pocket, ducking down, changing levels, scooting in, cutting off. Again, we are in a smaller octagon, so not as much room to operate. She's cut some angles and she's gonna find the path to victory here. It's my pick, my 2 cents, my snoozer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm excited for this one. Pitt, what do you got, brother?
I mean, beautiful breakdown. I mean, we've got 2 strawweights here that actually have some power behind them. If Ketlyn turns it on early, first round finish. And Matua, it could be. I think both of these girls honestly have some power. I mean, Souza, she's got 8 knockouts. Carnelesi, she's got 9 knockouts. I think someone here is definitely going to go to sleep. Ketlyn Souza's coming off a win against Bruno Brazil. But before that, she was coming off of back-to-back losses, but they were very close fights. She's got a lot of good attributes. I mean, she picks her shots well. She's got good accuracy in her shots. And she, like I said, she's got 8 knockouts in the strawweight division, so she's got the power that can hang with it. And against Carnelesi, I mean, she's an aggressive striker. She likes to get in your face, throw hooks, chop the legs, but she can take a lot of damage, I feel like, with her style. I'm rocking with Souza here. I just think she's a little bit better everywhere. On the feet, if we're just going on the feet, I think she's just the much more technical fighter. I think she picks her shots better. She's got the better footwork. I think she's going to break Carnelesi down, and Souza's going to get the second round finish. But MMAnomaly, what you got?
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys on this one. I think Carnelesi looks really strong. She looks like what a fighter should look like in a comic book, right? Like she has biceps bigger than fucking Superman. But all that muscle needs a lot of gas, and we've seen her wear down over duration of a fight. We've seen her get outworked over the duration of a fight many times. And Ketlyn Souza, if nothing else, brings volume in spades. And you know what else she brings, boys? A lot of experience, a lot more than Carnelesi has in the UFC against very well-rounded opponents. And that's why her skills are so well-rounded, right? She can get it done just about anywhere the fight goes. And make no mistake about it, Matua said it here. Ketlyn steamrolled Bruno in that 3rd round. Absolutely. She bullied her, bro. Bullied the fighting nerd. You never like to see a nerd get bullied, but we did enjoy that skilled violence either way. I think Ketlyn's probably going to go out here and do similar work. She's probably going to go out here and bully the opposition in Carnelesi. Carnelesi, I could see landing a couple of solid strikes in there, maybe in the first round, 45 seconds to a minute and a half. After that, I think it's probably going to be a one-way show of the Ketlyn Souza program, folks. I think she's going to get top position. I think she's going to be very smothering and suffocating on the top. And I think she's going to grind out a decision win. I could also see her getting it done inside the distance. But am I going to bet on this one? Nah, she's the favorite. She's the favorite by minus 290. Not a lot of money to be made there. Not a lot of juice on those odds. I did throw a half unit on Matt Schnell, though. Had to do it, you know. I'm ready to be hurt again, boys. I'm ready to be hurt. Plus 450. Hard not to.
Oh, he might cash for us.
You know what I'm saying? We very well might. And then other bets that I threw in. Let's see here. So I threw a half unit on Jordan Leavitt. I did a 1/5 of a unit on Marcus McGhee to win in the first round. And then I did a 1/5 of a unit on Marcus McGhee to win by submission. I did a half unit on Matt Schnell. And then I did a 3-leg parlay. So I have, let's see, Jordan Leavitt, one of my dog picks this week. I've got Gabriel Bonfim, one of my dog picks this week. And I've got Santiago Luna, one of my dog picks this week. All money line to get me very juicy fucking odds. And I put a half unit on that to win over 6 units back in pure profit. So really solid plays on that. If there are any bets that you feel so inclined to share with us, please do so in the comment section as soon as we wrap up the show. If you hate any of the bets I just said, let me know. Maybe I'll pull them out. Probably not, but it'd be nice to know that you hate my bets. Either way, make sure if you haven't done so yet, like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications so you know when we do this again. And if you do none of the above, nothing we've asked you to do at all, that's fine too, folks. As long as you do these last 2 things, please, 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 we ask that you keep on going and you keep on growing. And we really hope we see you next time. Bless.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. be cool, and we'll see you next time.